Welcome everyone to the Dorito side breakdown here for the Gavin Olcsvary Memorial Cup for the EPL. If you're coming from the middle or the snake side breakdown, welcome. If this is the first one that you're watching, make sure you watch those other videos so that way you get a more holistic view of the field. This is definitely going to be a lot of craziness on this layout. I think it's going to be interesting for sure. Like we saw in the middle as we jump into this, you can see the different options that you have as you go out to the Dorito side. So someone that is going out can take the shallow route right into the little brick. They can continue going right into the essentially the other snake on the Dorito side. The deep route into the Aztec, and I think you could throw some haymakers and try to just send someone out wide to do that kind of a move. But this guy in the back center, I wouldn't assume that they're going to be able to get the shot, but they're going to be able to have eyes of how many guys went that way. So I think that someone there or in this wedge can be helpful, but I think it's going to be more of a, just like we saw on the snake side, I think you're going to have to be more in their face on both of these sides. Something I will say, just like we looked at as I move back, is look at all this room that you have here. So you have a lot of area to play with how your route is as you go up into these different bunkers. And I think that that's going to be something on this Dorito side as well as the snake side, like we saw, that it's really going to help you as you are making these moves out to make sure that you're trying to do different things. If you don't, you're going to be able to help them basically be able to dial the shot in. If you make it a lot more difficult, then of course it's going to make it more difficult to get that shot off the break. All right, so let's look here. So that's that shot that we were looking at there. We had already seen in the middle. They technically could shoot back. You could try to run and gun out here. I don't know how effective it'll be. I think if you set up like you're going to run and gun, well, I guess you can kind of trick people. Maybe they would think that you're going up to the wedge, or if you're not going out wide, you're going to go up to the wedge and go across. I don't know. So I think it'll be interesting to see the differences there of the different players as they make their way up. Now, if we stop at this Aztec, I don't like the Aztec to stop here if they've already gone into this structure. I would assume that they're already here, just because of the fact that the route that you can take, you have a couple of different options. If you don't know 100% that they are shot out of this side, this Aztec I don't think is where you want to be. Now, the other side of that is it looks like you can wrap, shoot the inside here, and it'll bounce into, I'm going to go up so this way it's easier for you to see. It looks like if you shoot the inside of that little brick, it might be able to bounce off here into the wedge. So it's not 100%. Remember, this is all first impressions. So this is not going to be a gospel 100% is going to work, but it could be something that helps out with maybe getting a shot in on that player. Now, honestly, I don't know how effective that shot will be or how necessary it'll be. If you're trying to get the kill, that's one thing. If you're trying to stop them from shooting, I feel like if you take the route up, if there isn't a brick or a back center, or even with the back center, they can kind of skim some through here. More the brick than anything, but this inside route, and then if you stay low and dive across, I don't think the wedge is going to be able to see you, because the entrance is sort of blocked by these cans. So if you go low enough, I think you can actually get in here. So I guess that's technically another route you could take, is going out and then going up and then going in like that. It's a little bit longer of a run, but yeah. Now let's look at this haymaker that I was talking about earlier. So as we go out, that wedge can shoot you on the way out. The Aztec would have to be on point. Maybe this is possible. Yeah, this might be an option. And also, what I kind of like with it is, because it's outset a little bit more, it's actually, I take that back, it's inset a little bit more. So this isn't the best, but at least you can put pressure down the wire for someone that's trying to make this move. So you can get here before they get in. Well, you can get here and at least slow down movement. They might be able to still take the inside routes and, you know, kind of hop over and then go back over the beam there. But if you're shooting this outside, you can at least stop that. Let's look here as we move up. Man, it looks like both of these sides are just going to be kind of a war of attrition here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, so that wedge has the outside shot. They can shoot this, the brick technically as well, but something that we had looked at. This is going to be tough to do from here, but I was going to say maybe you could try to crawl up if you stay low enough. But I think the wedge can shoot that. The brick can shoot this. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Let's see this as we move up. That wedge can shoot this gap as you try to make a move up. What I like with this, though, is that it makes it very difficult for them to come around here. They would have to have someone else behind them, which I think is probably what you're going to see. Someone in this Dorito and someone in these wedges is going to be pretty important. Let's look at... Come up to this little brick. So again, we already know that this shot here is going to be kind of tough. Is it worth sending someone here as a secondary is what I want to look at. So I don't like this as a secondary just because if they already are in here, they're wrapping and they can come to your side and wrap, and it's going to be more difficult to battle out of here. So I would use this as a primary to then get in if for some reason you're getting shot. The shot off the break is going to happen here. So I feel like if you dove out here, let me get my marker. I feel like an option you have is if you slide and come here, you can then come up and then go in. Of course, if you just want to go straight in, go for it. I think that there's going to be a lot of options for people that are creative to be able to get up here. So as we get into this wedge, let's look. So getting into the wedge, this one's going to be tough. If this guy is heads up, you might be able to bounce it off this wedge into the tower. But if they're looking at you, it's going to be very difficult to do. Let's look down the wire. So you can sort of hide from that little Dorito, but they can still skim it. Whoa, I just smacked my camera or my microphone. They can shoot down the wire. You might be able to get low and then sort of pop out and try to get a shot. It's a possibility, but that guy and the Dorito are definitely going to be a threat for you. Let's look here as we wrap. Yeah, I mean, I think we saw this in the middle video as well. A bounce off here into that brick looks possible. Like I had mentioned in that middle video, I'm not a huge fan of that middle early. I don't know if it's worth it. Now, you could get out there and go practice and find that the middle is the most important thing in the game, and that's just the way that paintball works sometimes. What I'm seeing initially is that it looks like there's a lot of bounces going in, and it doesn't seem like you're gaining a whole lot when you get there early. It looks more like having 2 or 3 on the Dorito side or 2 or 3 on the Snake side is a little bit more important. How you differentiate that might be dependent on your team. But this is definitely an aggressive layout. Like, this is definitely pushing people to make some bigger moves and try things. Let's see, as we move into this wedge, you can shoot cross into the Snake. We saw that on the Snake side as well. They can shoot into you. And then, yeah, being able to wrap once you're in their side, of course, be able to make the move up. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an aggressive one. So if we move back, just want to look here again. It doesn't look like playing defense is going to be super helpful. I think this is going to be one of those fields that the aggression is going to be a little bit more important, just because of the way that things are laid out. So tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. If, like I had said in the other ones, if you are just coming from the snake or the middle, welcome. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If you're going to be going there, I'll see you guys there in a little bit. But thank you again to the EPL. Good luck to all those that are playing at the event. And I will see you guys in the next one. As always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.